Hey, what's up? It's Brad Cohen. I just had a client ask me for an analysis on whether they think that Massanutten is a bubble right now or whether we can expect that prices will continue to grow. And this is something I've had a lot of people ask me about recently, and I've never actually pulled the numbers on it. I've speculated in a variety of ways, but I figured I would just do a quick video to talk about this because the numbers were kind of striking to me. So going to share my screen real quick and we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty. So in my experience, pretty much data doesn't lie, and data will point to anomalies in considering, where micro bubbles might exist in a market. So when we look at the, essentially 5-year trend, including year to date this year of what Massanutten looks like versus the macro of Rockingham County as a whole. So when you're looking for a micro bubble, you want to look at how does this particular locality compare to the overall macro level statistics. And so what I look at is as I'm looking in the median sales price, I'm not necessarily so concerned about the number of sales because that just didn't really, that could just be a given year by year, and it could be skewed by inventory or something like that. So I'm looking at median sale prices, average sale prices. Um, as you look, Massanutten went up 8.78% between 2019 and 2020 on the median sale price. Then it went up 17.94% from 2020 to 2021, and then 20% from 2021 to 2022, and has already gone up another 12.75% as of the date that I'm recording this video. Averages didn't show anything super significantly different than those data or than that data. But generally speaking, we're talking about 20% year over year during these two kind of crazy years that we had. Now, it's no secret that the whole market was very crazy during that time period. But what I wanted to focus on is how does that compare to Rockingham County as a whole? Because if the macro or the macro level statistics for Rockingham County show one story and Massanutten shows another, then it could point to a sort of micro bubble. So looking at Rockingham County, you have a median sale price increased by 8%, 8.5% year over year from 19 to 20, 10%, almost 11% year over year, 2020 to 2021, 10% or 10.5% from 2021 to 2022, and up 7.61% year to date. And the averages stayed pretty consistent again with that across the board as well. And again, number of sales didn't really strike me as overly statistically significant, again, both for median days on market or number of sales. So what I did after that is I looked at how does Massanutten compare to Rockingham County, and that's the calculation that you see down here. And what you're seeing is essentially the median change of Massanutten's prices versus Rockingham County. In 2019, which was the last kind of normal real estate year that we had, they stayed reasonably consistent. I would say that's a pretty marginal and not really statistical significance there. But if you look at from 2020 into 2021, Massanutten was 7% more change year over year than Rockingham County in the median, and it was 12% in the average. And then when you look at 2021 to 2022, it was 9.5% higher than the median for Rockingham County and 13% for the average. And then year to date, I would say they're reasonably the same. It's kind of too early in the year to be able to make any sort of prediction as to what things are going to be. So I guess in summary, I think, yes, Massanutten has definitely outpaced the market pretty significantly over the last couple of years. Do I think that can continue? It's really hard to speculate. One thing I looked at as a source of information to see like how that market has progressed and what's driving that is the number of short-term rental properties and how that has changed year over year. From 2019 to 2020, there was a 20% increase. From 2020 to 21, 22, almost 23% increase. And then 2021 to 2022 is a 32% increase. in the number of short-term rental properties that are out there at Massanutten. And so that shows probably why the market's gone kind of crazy the way it has. However, you do wonder when it reaches a saturation point. I have always speculated, and that I think this data does kind of back this up, that during the COVID era, regional travel was really sparked up. And when you look at regional travel, you had a lot of people from DC and from Richmond where they were really shut down and strict on COVID protocols that brought their families down to Massanutten because we were a little bit more open. And they could work remote. I think that trend is likely to continue unless you start seeing people getting called back to the office. But I do wonder, when you're seeing 20, 22, 32% year over year growth in the number of vacation rentals out there, I do wonder if you reach a point of saturation. So I hope this is helpful in analyzing whether this is going to be what you need to know about Massanutten right now. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Thanks so much for watching.